third devotee can read the pulpit. That way it will get interactive. So I'll start with the first one, and then for the other 80 and 81 devotees could please help. Hare Krishna. Sati sapratik jana bhanga haila gopira bhajane tahate pramana Krishna Shri Mukha Vachane. Se pratignya bhanga haila gopira bhajana tahate pramana Krishna Shri Mukha Vachana. Shri pratignya bhanga haila gopira bhajane tahate pramana Krishna Shri Mukha Vachane. Synonyms, translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Synonym, say that, pratiknya, promise, Bhangahaila was broken, Gopira of the gopis, Bhajane by the worship, Tahate in that, Pramana the proof, Krishna of Lord Krishna, Shri Mukha Vachane by the words from the mouth. Translation, that promise has been broken by the worship of the gopis, as Lord Krishna himself admits. Text 180. Could someone read this, please? The shloka. Any volunteers? Okay, I'll read. Na parayaham nirvatya samyajam swasadhu kirtyam vibuddha yushapiva yamabjan durjaya geha shrinkala samvrishya tadva pratiyatu sadhuna. Synonyms. No, not paraye. I'm able to make aham, I, niravatya samyajam, to those who are completely free from deceit. Swasadu krityam, proper compensation. Vibuddha ayusha, with a lifetime as long as that of demigods. Api, although, vah, to you. Yah, who, ma, may. Abhajan, worship. Durja geha shrinkaha, the chains of household life which are difficult to overcome. Samvrishya, cutting, that, vah, of you. Pratiyatu, let it be returned. Sadhunam, by the good activity itself. Translation, O gopis, I am not able to repay my debt for your spotless service, even within a lifetime of Brahma. Your connection with me is beyond reproach. You have worshipped me, cutting off all domestic ties which are difficult to break. Therefore, please, let your own glorious deeds be your compensation. Purport. This verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.32.22 was spoken by Shri Krishna himself when he returned to the gopis upon hearing their songs of separation. Anyone would like to read this, please? Hare Krishna, am I audible?
I can read it.
Please, thank you.
The translation, right? Or the shloka?
You could read the sloka and then the translation. If somebody else wants to read the translation and some other devotee can do the purport.
Okay. तब ये देखिए गोपीरा निज देह प्रता से होता कृष्ण राला की जानिहा निश्चिता. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Now, whatever affection we see the gopis show for their own bodies, know it is for certain to be only for the sake of Lord Krishna. Hare
Hare Krishna. Any devotee would like to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I can read, but I cannot see it. Okay. All right. It's better now. The selfless love of Godhead exhibited by the gopis cannot have any parallel. We should not therefore misunderstand the carefulness of the gopis in their personal decoration. The gopis dressed themselves as beautifully as possible just to make Krishna happy by seeing them. They had no ulterior desires. They dedicated their bodies and everything they possessed to the service of Sri Krishna, taking it for granted that their bodies were meant for his enjoyment. They dressed themselves with the understanding that Krishna would be happy by seeing and touching them. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So we will start with the Mangala Charan prayer to invoke blessings and auspiciousness of our Guru Parampara. If you know it, please unmute and chant alongside with me. Hare Krishna. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी कृष्ण भानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे विष्णुपदाय कृष्णाय भक्तये श्रीमते रामानंद स्वामिने नामिने Hare Krishna devotees, thank you very much for taking time to attend today evening's Sangha. Please excuse my attire. I would have liked to be in a Vaishnav tilak, but I'm doing this class from my office. I'm at work. But anyway, the office will get sanctified with the katha that we will be discussing. Hare Krishna. So, what we have here in Caitanya Caritamrita, it's describing the glories of the gopis, the highest, the 5 types of rasa, correct? And the Madhurya rasa, which the gopis, the affection and the love that they have for Krishna, the highest, the topmost. And it's to such an extent that even Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, admits that there's nothing I can do for you. There's nothing I can do to reciprocate. That is the level of their love and bhakti for Krishna. In one sense, Prabhupada says that bhakti is reciprocation. Yeah. Krishna says, right, to the extent that a person approaches Krishna, to that extent, Krishna reciprocates. So, to the extent you treat him casually, he'll treat you casually. You take him seriously, he comes very seriously to you, whatever it be, and whatever in between over there. But to the gopis, that intensity of their love for Krishna, even Krishna cannot reciprocate. So, for a moment, dear devotees, just think what that love is, what level of bhakti it is. It is the highest standard, highest standard. So, if you look at it, Krishna is unlimited. There is nothing which is not possible for Krishna. Nothing. He doesn't even have to make an effort. Krishna, just by willing it, Just by looking at Shrishti, he impregnates countless just by his sight. He can do that. Is there any limitation for Krishna? If there's limitation, how could he be God? Correct? You and me, finite creatures, we have limitation, whatever physical, mental, intellectual, whatever limitation we have. We have limitations. Because of our limitations, we have to put in an effort to get things going, to do stuff, whatever it be. But for Krishna, it's no big deal. There's literally nothing which is a big deal for Krishna, except the reciprocation to the love of gopis. And of all those gopis, it is Radharani. Na Parayaham. His Holiness Shivarama Swami, who's a wonderful author. If you read his books, you just get transported into a different world. The uh, descriptions he gives of Vrindavan and the pastimes. So there is a book that Shivarama Swami has written, Na Parayaham, and my mother got a hand on that copy. She was reading and she was describing these pastimes of Krishna and Radharani and the gopis, and how much indebted Krishna is to that. That title of the book is Na Parayam. So these three verses is highlighting the gopis' devotion, which makes Krishna break his own promise. So if we see in Bhagavad Gita, right, 9.22, so Krishna says, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana par paryupashyate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshema vahamiham. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating upon my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. This is a promise Krishna gives. Then further on, he goes into 931 Bhagavad Gita, that Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma Shashvat Chantim Nigachati Kaunteya Prati Chanihi Na Me Bhaktya Pranashyati. What does it say? He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee will never perish. This is another promise Krishna makes. He's asking now Arjuna to make that. Krishna may break his promise for his devotee, like on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he had said he won't take up arms, but then he took up his arms and went to attack when Bhishma Dev was almost overpowering Arjuna. So, to protect this devotee, he can break his promise. That's why he's telling Arjuna, Arjuna, make the promise on my behalf that my devotee will never perish. And earlier he has says that whatever my devotee, whatever they have, I preserve they have, and whatever they lack, I will deliver it. I will bring it to them. And then finally, the summum bonum of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, 1866, the very famous verse, Sarva Dharman Parityaja, Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo, Mokshishyami Mahasuchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion, surrender unto me. I will deliver you from all your reactions. Do not worry. Krishna's guarantee. Correct? However, when it comes to gopis, all these promises, it just doesn't hold true, because this is only for a certain class that he said. For the gopis, they're above and beyond all of this. Now, if we look at the gopis, what we understand from our acharyas and from the shastras, what does it teach us? Gopis are completely selfless beings, selfless. They are the ones capable of love. Love in return is love expecting. Love in return is love expecting. However, that kind of love has a tinge of selfishness. There's that tinge which is there. That slight flavor is there of selfishness. Now, what happens is when that flavor becomes more and more intense, selfishness, self centeredness, then it becomes lust. Then our attraction, our service, our actions, whatever it is, to the person whom we are showering our so-called love is nothing because of how it makes me feel. When I do something for my beloved, it makes me feel good. We love, I love my child. I love my country. That my is in the middle. That love. So in the material world, when that flavor gets more and more and more intense, it is transformed to lust. Love is there, that propensity is there, but it gets transformed into lust. Correct? So with the gopis, they do not even have that tinge. It is only for Krishna's pleasure, for the sake of Krishna's pleasure. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, five type of people come to me. Initially, when you come to Krishna, there are five type, right? Self-centeredness. That first one is, he is in distress. Oh God, please, I'm in so much trouble. Pull me out of here. Whatever it be. Sickness, money, lost the job, this, that, whatever it be. That is one. Relief from distress. Number two is for some gain motive. Dear Lord, I pray to you, please, I should get this job. I should get this promotion. I should pass in my exam, whatever it be. Some gain. That's the second type. The third type of a person who approaches Krishna, correct, is inquisitive. He has this thirst for knowledge. He wants to know why things are like that. Why is this like that? He wants to know. He wants to know what it is. And then he'll be satisfied when he gets that knowledge. So he approaches Krishna. The fourth kind of a person is a renunciate. In his past life, he had started on the progress, on the path of devotion, spirituality. Somehow or the other, it didn't complete. So in this life, spontaneously, he is attracted to continue his journey. So, dear devotees, this thing of the self, it will get less, 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 less. So, a sadhana is transforming this lust slowly, 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 slowly into love. But for it to be completely eradicated, it is only the love which gopis have. And of the gopis, Radha Rani, her love is the topmost. Hare Krishna. So that kind of love, it cannot, Krishna just cannot reciprocate. He's just the recipient of that. They say only Krishna, love can only be reposed in Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is all perfect. Krishna is all perfect. If I repose my love in something, in some person, that person is also fallible. That person is also limited. Whoever it be, whoever it be. Sooner or later, we are bound to disappoint each other. You see that in relationships, what's happening? Husband, wife, parent, child, siblings, friends, colleagues, this, that, whatever relationships. And it's deteriorating at a faster pace as technology is advancing. Digital distractions have replaced human interactions. We can see that in our own lives. There are more screens than people in a house. Every household has more screens. Raghunath Prabhu was saying, this little device that we have, the cell phone, in a lifetime, the scrolling, which is done, the finger movement, how big is this? This may be about, I don't know, 5 inches. The scrolling is more than the height of Mount Everest. Think about it. My God, what a mind-numbing statistic that is. So we'll end up, dear devotees, disappointing each other. But with Krishna, Krishna is perfect. He'll never disappoint you. Never. Never. It is not possible for Krishna to disappoint you. So the love that you're talking can only be reposed in Krishna. Everything else that we're doing, it may come as a little bit of I don't mean to be rude, please forgive me. Everything else is simply a degree of lust. And lust, like everything material, disappoints. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time it disappoints. So here's what we can look from here. Correct? What did the gopis do? They left everything. Their reputation. Middle of the night, they would leave everything. Krishna's flute, the notes they would hear, without care, they would run away. So Prabhupada has used this word, their love is niravadya. What does it mean? Spotless, beyond reproach. In a material sense, they'll say, oh, a young girl, middle of the night, is running away into the forest to meet with a young boy. What nonsense! How is this possible from a material point of view? Oh, a married woman is running away. What are they doing there in the middle of the night? What nonsense! From the material social customs. Of course, these customs are necessary, it is important. They are the guardrails. Otherwise, we'll just be like animals. But the gopis are above all this. Devotion is beyond whatever are the social obligations, whatever are the social customs. Sarva dharman parityaja. Abandon everything. Just surrender unto me. So they are such spotless. They are pure. What you call purity in its purest form. That is who the gopis are. And what Krishna says, the only reward, what is the only reward? The reward for such devotion is their own bhakti. Bhakti for the sake of bhakti. That is what Krishna is saying. So, what we have to try and develop with Krishna is, I love this, pyar. In Hindi, the word for love is called pyar, Pyar, if there are any non-Hindi speaking devotees, but you must have heard this word, pyar. It's pyar. भगवान के साथ हमें प्यार करना है. He loves us. He loves us unlimitedly. Do we? Yeah, we're trying to love him, but our love has this tinge, however big or little, of self over here. And then God becomes our order supplier. Oh God, I'm doing so much for you. We become entitled. I've been serving you for so long, तो मेरा तो कुछ हक बनते हैं ना. मेरा तो कुछ हक बनते हैं. I've done so much for you. Can't you just do a little bit for me? So we, God becomes our order supplier. We go and we pray, asking for things. So Krishna says, right, the four types of people who come to him. I want this, I want that. Or, oh, I'm in trouble, help me over here. But a devotee doesn't matter. I'm in the biggest problem. Krishna, what can I do to serve you? Doesn't matter, whatever be that case. So we have to learn to engage, get this lust, reduce that lust, and actually come to the platform of pyar and not transaction. Transaction is called vyapar. I'll do this, you do that. Like I'm sitting in my office, correct? We do a lot of transaction. We do transaction with a client, with this person, with that person, our partners, our vendors, so many people. Okay, do this, do that. It's a give and take relationship. But with bhakti, there is no give and take. There is only give. There is only give. And then it becomes a competition between Krishna and his devotee. Devotee does something for Krishna, Krishna doesn't return, then devotee wants to do more. And Krishna wants to do more, and it goes more and more and more. So, this is what the spiritual world is about service, always doing, always doing. Krishna is reciprocating. And Krishna tells the gopi, I can't, no parayaham. You love me so much, I cannot possibly even express or repay you. And that devotion itself, in itself, your bhakti is your reward. That is what he says. So, referring to my notes, when gopis, they know that in the evening they're going to meet with Krishna, they decorate themselves beautifully, beautifully. Of course, now we see even young girls, they decorate themselves. Um, Uh, I remembered an incident in our culture, our ISKCON. We treat uh, women, every woman other than your wife is Mataji. You call her Mataji. Why? Because of this lust element. In the material world, the male is so lusty. He looks at the woman as the first thought which comes in his mind is like as a sex object for enjoyment. That's what is happening. The brain is processing so fast, lusty. That's what is the thing. So, what does the Vaishnav culture treat? Treat the woman, call her Mataji. When you address someone as Mataji, then you don't look at her as a object to be enjoyed. So Mataji, incidentally, my Gurudev, His Holiness Radhanath Swami, in a lecture said, the closest a human being can experience love, closest, please listen carefully, the closest a human being can experience love, that is the relationship a mother has with its child. The mother has the highest form of love. It is selfless. The love has three qualities. It should be unmotivated, unconditional, and uninterrupted. These three. When it is this, then it is really love. And the closest a human being can experience is the love a mother has, the love a mother showers on her child. Mataji. So that is the highest respect and title. One is to keep the lust aside, and that's the platform, that's the respect. When we call women Mataji, it is our gratitude. Thank you. Women are representatives, all women, even young kids, they are representatives. Men are just Prabhus, masters, which is the right word. The male ego, Prabhu, master. But higher than master, Mataji. So, what Prabhupada has said, correct? In this term, young girls, I got little diverted, sorry about that, is even young women decorate themselves and young women dress up so nicely. How much time they spend on makeup, my God, how much money is spent on makeup. For what? I want to look attractive so that people will look at me and it'll make me feel nice. But when the gopis dress up, they're not doing it for themselves. They're doing it for, oh, Krishna will be so happy to see us in such an attractive attire. Bhakti Charu Maharaj had given an instruction. He says sometimes devotees misunderstand and they think that humility and simplicity, they'll wear, all shabby clothes, means all wrinkled clothes. Oh, I'm very simple, I'm very humble. All that is external. He says, dress properly. If you look like a destitute before you can even open your mouth to talk about Krishna, people are seeing you. And if they feel that, oh, these, Hare Krishna, who will come to you? So, whatever we should do, the lesson we can get from this, dear devotees, is we should always be thinking and always attempting, at least try to do it for Krishna's pleasure. That how nice. If I'm having a bath, I'm keeping my body clean. I call it my body, but actually it's Krishna's body. So I'm doing it for Krishna. That very act of having a bath becomes an act of devotion. It's on the same platform as when we are doing Aarti on the altar. So doing it for the pleasure of Krishna. And the Shuddha Bhakti, right now we are in a stage called Mishra Bhakti. There is the mixture, that influence of the self is there. Slowly, slowly it is going out. But Shuddha Bhakti is everything is offered to Krishna without consideration. Without consideration. Now, of course, we should not be doing it in a sentimental way that, oh, we got inspired. Some person spoke very nicely. Ah, now my whole bank balance is yours. Those are just knee-jerk impulses, which is sentimental. We should not do it from a sentimental knee-jerk. It should be in a sustained manner with knowledge. Prabhupada said, surrender with intelligence. Do not surrender your intelligence. And what is our intelligence anyway? In terms of spirituality, that is the reason why we need the association. That is the reason why we need to refer to the Shastras. That is the reason why we need to listen to Prabhupada's lectures, read his books, so that our intelligence develops and we don't do things on a haphazard manner or, oh, today it was very nice. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No. And then tomorrow something else comes and I'm sitting, oh God, what is happening? So in a very sustained, systematic manner, is that's what we need to do. So just this example of gopis dressing themselves, materialists dress themselves for prestige. Prestige. Wedding. Oh, people will be looking at each other. Oh, what has he worn? What has she worn? And then they're making they're making estimate. Oh, how much would that necklace be for? Oh, no, 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 it is just costume jewelry and something, whatever. All that is going on, comparing with each other. So it is for prestige's sake. But with the gopis or a devotee, it is not for their sake, it is for Krishna's sake. Hare Krishna. So, what is that highest standard? I don't know what is the verse number in Bhagavatam. Sarvai pumso paro dharma yato bhakti radokshaje ahit ki apratihata yatmi suprasiddhati. Whatever we are doing, we're trying to find some pleasure. Anything that we're doing, anything is giving us some pleasure. So we are always in the pursuit of happiness, always. That is what a condition. Why? Because we are Anandamaya Bhyast. We are a spiritual entity which is full of knowledge, eternal, and bliss, that bliss component. We are finding it here and there in the wrong direction. Right? So being this blissful, it is our nature to be happy. So what does it say? It is our dharma. It is our essence to be happy. Sarvai pumsa paro dharma. We have so many dharma. Dharma in the sense duty, obligation. Dharma has many connotations. But what's the highest? Paro, highest dharma. Yato bhakti radokshaje. Bhakti, devotion. That is the highest platform. It has to be uninterrupted. Ahitki apratihata. Causeless. Just do it. Uninterrupted. In such a situation and only in that situation, there is satisfaction. Otherwise, something gives us temporary pleasure. New car smell. We buy a car, so nice new car smell. Then after a while, it is all gone. So we are jumping from one flickering object, shining object to another object, trying to find happiness, trying to find happiness in things, trying to find happiness in relationships. Happiness is not what all you have. Happiness is what you can do without. So this is what our condition is. And then this is another situation. And Krishna consciousness is giving us that opportunity to get there. Think about it, dear devotees. Think about it. Krishna becomes indebted to his devotee. Can we repay Krishna's debt? Can we repay the debt our parents have given us? Can we repay the debt that Mother Nature? If we think about it, we don't even think about these things. We just take it for granted. But if you actually are thoughtful, if you're mindful, think about how many things are just supporting our existence, our very existence. The air that we are breathing. Who has provided it? Without it, you'll die. Do we even think? So what it's saying here is that we are indebted. But over here, Krishna is saying that he is indebted. What does it is? It's showing Krishna's sweetness, his madhurya, over his Aishwarya. All his opulences. Krishna has all the opulences in full, but it is nothing compared to that sweetness, and that taste to experience, he comes as Mahaprabhu. He comes in the mood of Radharani. How wonderful is this? Hare Krishna. So bhakti means Krishna's happiness, not ours. Sometimes we have a certain thing which engages us or it triggers something in us. It could be kirtan, it could be listening to a nice class, it could be having lovely darshan of the deities, it could be the smell of the agarbatti, like how for the Kumaras, the smell of tulsi leaf. It could be anything. It could be having wonderful prasadam, something which is attracting us, which is fine. But understand it is for our pleasure. But if we do this consciousness, we come in front of the deity and we say, oh, how beautiful the deities are looking today. And our heart becomes happy. But gradually, when we come in front of the deities, is what can I be doing to serve you? What can I be doing to serve you? What can I be doing to serve your devotees? In that mood, taking the darshan. Because deities looking good is also giving us a subtle kind of a joy or pleasure. Not to say we shouldn't feel that, but the higher taste is when we get into that mood of what can I be doing to serve you. So from moving it from what I can get to what I can give. In one sense, what can you give Krishna? People go to the temple and they offer one nariyal. They give one nariyal or 21 nariyals, coconuts. What can you give Krishna? What is it that is yours when all there is his? Yet we'll sit and judge and prosecute. Oh, he's like this, he's like that. Who are you? I mean, who am I? What is mine? My house, my bank balance, my body? Nothing. No control. We are controlled. So what could you give the controller? Nothing. Nothing. All we can give is Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. All we can do is this free will. Even that free will He's given us is make proper use of free will. Hare Krishna. So getting to a stage of devotion without expectation, initially, yes, it is there. But a litmus test is how much it is from what I can get to what I can give. And more that what I can give becomes heavier and what I can get becomes lighter, then more and more the satisfaction quotient will increase. Yayatma suprasiddhati. Hare Krishna. Serving without pratishtha, recognition. We get attached to the type of service. So don't get attached to a type of service, whether it is doing kirtan, giving lecture. I was listening to a lecture, just a short clip, Radhesham Prabhu, and he was saying, he's saying, there are white collar, there is white collar seva. White collar seva is all the giving the pravachan, managing, leading kirtan. This is all white collar, the boss log ka seva. And he says, but white collar seva should go hand in hand with blue collar seva, the menial work. Go clean the toilet. So something like that. Yeah. So that's what it is. Tan man dhan sab hai tera. My mind, my words, whatever I seem to be in possession of, it's all yours. Tell me how can I engage? But again, not whimsically, not whimsically, but under the guidance of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, we have about 10 minutes. And what I'd like everyone, if you could please unmute yourself and join me in this prayer. Hare Krishna. Shall we unmute and please join me in this prayer? May we
May we
May we
by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada,
by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada,
cultivate even a drop of gopis devotion
Cultivate
cultivate a
a
drop
drop
of
of
devotion,
devotion,
not for ourselves,
not for
ourselves,
ourselves,
but for the pleasure of Sri Krishna.
but the pleasure of Lord Krishna.
Krishna.
That prayer now we have said it. And if we keep reminding ourselves, that's what the takeaway from this lesson will be. That just one drop also. With whose mercy? Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, could you post that prayer in the chat?
Yeah, I'll send it.
Yeah, please.
I'll send it, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
So this is what we can, our takeaways are. This is our takeaway. Who the gopis are, who Krishna is, what is that relationship, and how grateful we should be that we have that opportunity to convert this lust which we have. People usually think lust is just sex. It has become synonymous with sex. Why is it synonymous with sex? Because sex gives the highest pleasure in the material world. But actually, it is an intense desire to enjoy anything it could be.
Krishna.
So, to recap, my dear devotees, is one is shift from what I get to what I can give, offer body, mind, and words in service of Krishna and Krishna's. Krishna is more happy when you're serving his, not him. The servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. Every act brings Krishna in the center. Every act. Every act, whatever it be, it may seem mundane. The mind is thinking all the time, what's in it for me? If we same thing, that same attitude, we change it to as, oh, what could it mean to Krishna? What can I be doing for Krishna and Krishna's? Same thing. Be aware, be mindful, grateful. Hare Krishna. We can't imitate gopis. We can't. Impossible. At least we can, their devotees, try to imbibe their mood. Little baby steps we can take. Let Krishna be pleased. Then that is my happiness. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Devotees, if you have any question or if you have any realization, comment, please share that. Hare Krishna. Okay, if no one has any questions, we can bring this to a close. Sameshwar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Sorry, I'm driving.
Oh, okay.
You
No
can
problem.
close it. Yeah, please. Yeah.
So we'll bring this to a close with, if there are no questions or any comments, we'll bring it to a close with our Vaishnava prayer. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya patitan pavanebhyo
Shanam Pavane
Vaishnava
Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha.
Vrinda ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Shri Chaitanya Caritamrita ki
Jai.
Gaur Premanandi Hari
Hari
Hari.
Hari Bol.
Thank you,
Thank you,
dear.
Prabhuji.
Haribol,
Bol.
Haribol.
Yeah.
Thank
Can you post the prayer?
Thank you, Prabhu.
Um, Is everyone on the what you call that, Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya group?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
I am.
Prabhuji, yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Give me a second. Let me see if I can copy it on the chat, and I'll send a summary also, these takeaway points that we have. Where is chat?
Prabhuji, thank you for lecture. It was nice. Very, very, very informative and nice.
I've sent it. Did you get it?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, dear devotees, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Oh, why is it not closing?